Welcome to Overhauling, where the owner gets tricked and the car gets tricked out. Hey, I'm Courtney.
I'm Chris.
And this is Overhauling, the show where your family and friends help us swipe your old car
So we can turn it in the amazing hot rod you've always wanted. On this episode of Overhauling, a 1950 Ford gets ripped off and turns up a classic.
And what better place for every bit of this than the world-famous Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles, California. So take a right at Beverly Hills, head straight up Wilshire Boulevard, and we're coming to you from the Peterson with one very cool installment of Overhauling. Like Chris said, a 1950 Ford, and it's owned by this guy, Chuck DeHarris. He's a businessman who came to us by way of this guy here.
Now, this is Chuck's son, Derek. Now, both Chuck and Derek know the director of the Peterson Museum, Dick Messer. Now, Dick's not only working the inside of this, he's also opened the doors of the Peterson Auto Museum for us, and needless to say, this place is perfect.
It's actually more than perfect. This place is part of the plot. See, Dick knew about that old dusty Ford that Chuck had.
And so, Dick called Chuck to see if he could borrow the car for a display at the museum.
Hey, Dick.
Hi, Chuck. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Good to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know that 50 Ford Coupe that you have in your building there?
Right.
Could I borrow that? We'll clean it up for you, and it'll be insured and all that by us.
So you're welcome to it.
Chuck said no problem. Of course the Peterson could use the car. His son Derek brought it over the next day.
That's when the real fun began.
Yeah, it seems that shortly after that, Chuck's car was stolen.
It really hurts me to do this.
Dick called Chuck earlier, claiming that the car might be missing, starting down a road that will later accuse Chuck of stealing his own car for the insurance.
Hello?
Chuck.
Yay.
It's Dick again.
Uh-huh.
Well, it looks like the car is gone.
You think somebody bagged it?
Well, yeah. We have never lost a hubcap out of this museum, let alone a whole car.
Why would they take something like that?
Just work with me here.
No, you're fine.
I'm
not upset yet.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Let me make a few phone calls and let me call my insurance guy. I'm gonna get the police over here.
Okay.
And I want to get the car back.
And for this episode, we've assembled the A-team of A-teams. Check out this lineup.
Troy Trepanier builds the top street machines, period.
Now, he brought along fabricator and builder Jared Zimmerman from his shop, Troy's Rad Rides, in Manteno, Illinois.
Now, the Riddler is the biggest award in custom cars, so if you've seen recent winners, then you've undoubtedly seen the amazing interiors of Jim Griffin and his team.
Old friend here at Overhauling is restoration and fabrication expert Brian Fuller. Now, he's one of the all-stars down at that little old shop named Foose Design. We also have a very special guest on this build. Now, this guy is a hot rod legend who has built some of the coolest rides on the street. He is the restoration artist here at the Peterson Auto Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, gearheads, bow down. We got Pete Eastwood.
And what can we say about Overhauling's own team captain, Chip Foose? Well, that he is an award-winning master of design, and he continues to redefine the word cool. Dick told Chuck that the meeting about the stolen car was going to be with the representatives from the museum's insurance company. Well, guess who?
Yeah, that's us, dressed as the sleazy insurance investigator and his faithful attorney.
And here's the way cool part. While the meeting is taking place on the 3rd floor of the Peterson with Chuck, the guys are taking apart the Ford mere yards away, down in the exclusive, incredible vault of the museum.
Okay, but enough about the car and the A-team. Let's get to the meeting between Dick Messer and Chuck.
You gentlemen understand this just seems very suspicious. The whole story is just...
Well, first of all, let me ask you this. What would you say the value of the car?
$20,000.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any damage to the vehicle at all?
No, the body was real nice. That's why I bought the car. Paint and body were real good.
The radiator's out.
Right.
With the core support, pull all that together.
Hey, Jared, grab me a 3/4.
Okay.
Any indication of the odometer?
No, I have no idea.
Ballpark?
I never even looked at it.
Ticket to Speedo worked real good in this car.
New tires.
Well, they were on the car when I got it, so
So you haven't changed them?
I haven't changed them yet.
We got the black handled regulators.
Good.
was completely stock.
Fairly original. It's been redone. But
We're going to flip the bumper over and look at how the shape is. If it's upside down, how it looks. And if it looks right, we know it's going to be too wide because the bottom is wider. If it looks good, then what we'll do is we'll split the center and narrow it up and fit it to the body.
We'll make new door panels, paint the garnish moldings, make them fit the car because they don't really fit the car.
You got Sharpies somewhere?
I got one in my pocket.
You bragging?
Any aftermarket improvements on that car?
I haven't done anything since I bought it.
Any personal items in the car?
Here, you wear these.
No, nothing.
They were in the car.
So this is standard V8?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing lowered, no nitrous, anything like
No,
that?
no,
Not at all.
Not yet.
Not yet.
When your son dropped the car off,
Yes, traded it up.
to steal a car and make a $20,000 claim, I mean, you know, that's going to buy you another vacation to Hawaii or something.
Why would I want to go to Hawaii?
I'm trying to add up the puzzle pieces here and make a picture that makes sense. Were you telling me that a guy who looks like him drives the car off the lot, it just so happens to have the keys in it sitting out in your driveway there, it's been there for 2 minutes, and all of a sudden the guy who looks like the owner comes and drives off the lot?
Exactly.
At a place that's never happened before?
It just doesn't make sense. It simply does not make sense.
Does any crime make sense?
Chuck tried to keep it all cool on the outside, but inside, this guy was boiling. Trust us, we got reports. He made some phone calls, and he wanted our heads on a platter.
But that's overhauling. We rattle cages while a team of top pros goes to work on the car.
What I'm doing here is just making a wish list, and then we'll just kind of go over it and see what we think we can and cannot do. Just being that we're so tight on time. But I know Troy works around the clock.
Oh yeah, I'm in great shape. Yeah.
My dad is, throughout my life, has probably been the most inspirational person in my life, and hot rodding has given us a common interest and hobby to share together.
Okay, well, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
And we'll be in touch. Wow, that went really well.
I think so.
What I'd like to do is get the car pulled apart and look at what we have when it's all raw. And meanwhile, I'm going to start doing some sketches and start thinking about who can do what here and what days. What do you guys think of this list?
That's it?
That's it. That's a lot.
It's about the build team. It's about building it into Peterson. It's about all the effort we're going to. It's just about doing it for my dad. I don't know. Can't put it in words. Just neat. It's just neat.
So the guys got the 50 Ford stripped down in record time. But Foos's plans entail some radical body modifications and a killer paint scheme.
The craziest thing about the moment is that while the A-team is busy at work in the basement here, Chuck, the owner of the car, is just right upstairs. It's going to be a fun week as the prank builds.
Well, the fun part is over here.